You may have heard me say, or at least read, one of my favorite things to say, which is, every human being is born with a measure of creativity. We just have to learn to cultivate it. Recently, I began thinking deeply about Pen of the Beloved and the story I want to be conveyed through this work of sharing about creativity and encouraging you to be the best creative self God created you to be. So far, this journey has led me toward wholeness and poems I couldn't have fathomed. In this process, I have discovered a love for grant writing once again and a love for nonprofit work that I wasn't sure I'd enter again once the pandemic edged me out of my previous jobs. The last 2 years has served as a launching pad for Pen of the Beloved. The blog that started reaching small corners of the earth is now a consulting service for those looking to grow creatively and a place for nonprofits seeking to expand their grant-seeking journey. Personally, I am being propelled to grow into a person that is consistently learning better ways to manage my time, create new opportunities for others and myself. I am learning how to fashion creativity out of mundane moments that lend to living a more full life. New things and newness is most often predicated on exciting and unexpected moments. What we don't pay attention to is how new things, opportunities, jobs, and perspectives come out of growth and placing ourselves in situations that move us to do something different. And listening to a sermon recently on convenience from this church I used to attend in Oklahoma called Transformation Church, I was challenged to see how I've made convenience a mode of existence versus stepping into what God has for me and for Pen of the Beloved. There are moments where I felt posting poetry was enough, that poems were enough to fulfill God's will for my life. Honestly, it was a way for me to be comfortable and to remain in places that didn't require me to grow. What I discovered is that posting poetry is easy, but creating community is harder. It is indeed the more beautiful thing, but I am always faced with the question of, who am I to do this kind of work? Pushing past this kind of question leaves me at times willing to seek convenience rather than seeking out the perfect plan God has for my life and for this work He's called me to do. I don't know about you, but finding creativity in this new season has looked like trying new things, starting routines that require more of me, and being more intentional with my time. It is waking up earlier and eating healthier. It's sticking to a schedule no matter how much I tell myself that spontaneity is better. And to be honest, being spontaneous is fun, but maybe not for the kind of discipline I'm working towards. Creativity at this moment looks like applying for graduate school and applying myself more at work and believing in myself in new ways. It isn't always writing poems and stories. God knows it isn't easy. But if it were, would it be worth trying?